black box testing. Okay, what is black box testing? Black box testing is nothing but a behavior testing. Means we open the application and test whether it is working as per the client requirement or not. Then coming to white box testing. White box testing. Okay, what is white box testing? Okay, see, nowadays most of the companies are looking for a SDET. SDET means that developer should be tester. At the same time, tester also should know the strong should have the strong knowledge on development. Okay, that is called actually SDET role. SDET means software developer in a testing. Hence, as a developer, as a tester, okay, we should know both testing and development. So, for suppose you are a tester, we should know white box testing also. What exactly we do white box testing? So, white box testing is nothing but a code testing. Code testing, also called actually unit testing. Unit testing. Tell me what exactly we do under unit testing. Under unit testing, what do we do under unit?
We'll check each and every functionality.
Yeah. Test internal logic of the application. Okay, application, right? I'll show you one simple example. Okay. So I'm using Visual Code. Visual Code. So this is one of the IDE to develop various scripting languages. Scripts basically we can develop. Okay, I'm going to create a go to file. Okay, go to open folder. Otherwise, new file. Okay, new file. Oh, new file has been created. Not required. Just right click. Okay, close. Okay, just come here. Okay, just go to new. Okay, folder. So otherwise, fine. We'll create some front-end application I want to develop. What is a front-end application? That's a web application. How to develop web application? So first I will say it's actually web application. Okay, so folder has been created. Just go here. Go to new terminal, integrated terminal. That means we are going to this path. Where is this path? This path is here. TypeScript examples, web application. Inside this, so I'm going to develop a very simple application. Okay, ng new web app. Okay, just click enter. So it simply creates a web application. I'm just explaining how actually testing happens. Okay. Right now, no. I know you don't know much knowledge about this. It's okay. You can ignore for time being. Okay. Just I'm creating one web application. Okay. I'm just creating one web application. So what it is doing basically, it is importing all the required packages. Okay. To create a one application, we need a lot of files, right? See, all these files getting downloaded here. Download means installing all the required packages. Okay. See here, what happened? Installing packages. Okay. It will take some time. Please wait. Yeah. Okay. See here. See, successfully initialized. Everything is done. Okay, that means nothing actually. We just created a one web application. I know this is a structure of the web application. It's basically Angular. It's okay. You can ignore it for time being. So the application has been created. Inside this application, we have SRC folder. SRC is nothing but a source folder. Okay. Inside this source folder, we have a app. Inside this app, we have various components. Okay. See, I'm just going to start ng. Okay, just go to this application. Where are you currently? We are in the inside a web application only. ng sir. Okay, it simply runs the command. Okay, the command requires to run an Angular project, but the project definition could not be found. Okay, just go to directory cd web app. Okay, so you have to go inside this project. Okay, I'm just going to web app. Okay, right now. So now ng, this is a command basically to start the server, because it's a web application, right? We need a server. We are just starting a server. Don't get confused. Actually, it is a white box testing. That is the reason we need to know a little bit of development also. Okay, but most of the projects, they look after the okay, how we are going to test the application, not look at the how we are going to develop the application, especially for testing. Okay, see now what it is doing actually, it is ng serve. See here, compile successfully. It has compiled all the files. Compilation is done. So server is up and running. Where you can check actually, this is the URL of the application. Control C. Just go and open this application. Just going to applications. This is localhost 4200, right? To run any web application, we need a server. So this is actually development server. Here you can see the development server. Web app is running. So it has been developed successfully. It is running. Okay. Now just go to the front end. Where's the front end? This is the front end. App component.html is right. This is the front end. I'm just going to Ctrl-A, delete it. Just go to H1. Okay. I'm going to develop the front end. This is a sample web application from CtrlAi software technologies. Right. Control S. Okay. So it has been compiled successfully again. See, it has been compiled successfully. Okay, fine. Now what you have to do? Okay, just go and check. See, this is a sample web application from CtrlAi software technologies. Okay, now just go to style sheeting. Style sheeting means we can also, it's look very odd, right? See, look at here, it's very odd. I want to create some style sheeting. How to do that actually under CSS file? We can do that. Okay, so font size. Okay, 50 pixels. Okay, font family. Okay, so what you will take actually? Times New Roman shall we take? Yeah. Okay. Color red. Shall we take red? Alignment. Okay. LIGN align. Okay, now it has been compiled. Just look at here. So it has been changed, but align is not a, it's a problem. There is some issue with align. Let me check. Align content center. Control F. Still, it is not aligned properly. Font and self aligning and content. So, okay, there is some issue with the line. I will check later. So this is how actually we can see the front end. Front end is okay, fine. Then where is the test cases? See here, just refresh this one. Refresh this. You can see there is a folder called app.component.spec.ts, right? This is where you can see the test cases. Yes, this is where you can see the test cases. That means testing is part of a development. So yeah, these are the test cases. You can see here all the test cases. Should create an app, should have a title, okay, should render a title, all these things. So these are the various unit test cases. Okay, various unit test cases. Okay, so coming to our testing, white box testing basically tests the internal logic of the code. Okay, internal logic, how we are doing actually internal logic, this is the internal logic. This internal logic of the code can be tested. See here, app content.txt, this is the internal logic, where you can see the web app. The title, if you want to change, you can change the title also. You can simply say CT or web app, CT or Control S. Just come here. Let's come to our code. See here, the web app is right. Just refresh it. Okay. Web app, Control S. 5 changes. Okay. Title. So it's not reflecting anyway. So the title of the page can be replaced here. Title, so web app, CtrlAi, software technology, right? This can be okay refreshed. At the same time, the front end is there, right? This is a front end. This is a front end. So HTML, this is the front end. Here you can see the H1. Coming to the corresponding style sheeting happens in .css file. And coming to the testing part happens over here. This is a test case. Okay. Should create the app and so on, right? This is actually, okay, create test cases. Where you can see the test cases, this is the test.ts file. Here you can see the test cases. Okay. Here you can see the test cases. So how do you execute these test cases? How do you execute these test cases? Just first we need to write the test cases. So for example, it's a front-end application, so web application. For example, you are writing a desktop-based application. Desktop-based application means there is a calculator application. Calculator. Okay. Inside calculator, what type of operations you can perform? You can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication. Right? The calculator is an application. It's a desktop-based application. Desktop-based application. Right? So if it is the latest frameworks like Angular or React, whatever it is, it automatically generated test cases like this, like spec.ts is right. This is actually test case. So app component.spec.ts is a test cases only. It automatically generates. But when it comes to desktop applications, we need to write the entire code ourselves. Here the tester's job is very less because the framework itself is generating a lot of test cases. You don't need to write anything over here. Just look at here. See how many test cases are there here. Describe. Okay, this is the test case name. App component is a test case name. Inside this, before each is a one test method. Okay, there is a it means it is another test case. There is another test case. Okay, and wherever it is it is there is a separate test case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 test cases are there. Total 3 test cases are there. All 3 test cases can be executed. Okay, so when it comes to desktop based application, we have to do everything on our own. Okay, you can't, I mean, framework does not create any test cases. Okay, just go to calculator application. This is a calculator application. Inside this calculator application, This is application. I know those completely doesn't know any coding. I know it's a bit difficult to understand, but try to understand, because in future you need to learn Java. I have created a calculator application. Inside this calculator application, we have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication. There are three methods: addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Addition, it simply add two numbers. Subtraction, it simply subtract the value from one number to another number. Then a multiplication, simply multiply two numbers. Got it? Yeah, voice is breaking. Somebody asked me some doubt. Anjali, any issue to connect the bridge?
Yeah, sir, I am out of city, sir. That's why and
Oh, okay.
internet problem, sir.
Okay. Yeah, even I faced issue yesterday. I have power cut. It's okay. So what we are discussing, this is actually calculator class created in Java. Inside this, we have three methods: addition, subtraction, multiplication. Okay. And these three methods, I want to test it. To run the program, what you have to do is simply execute this program and check. We have created a object, three methods: addition, subtract, multiplication. The numbers which you have passed is actually simply enter in runtime. Just right click, run the program, and as Java application. Simply executing the program. Let's go to the console. See, please enter first number to perform the arithmetic operation. What is the number? I'm just entering 12. Please enter the second number also. It is entering I'm entering 10. Okay. So now it's going to add two numbers and subtract these two numbers and a multiplication. See, addition of two numbers is 22. Subtraction is 2 and multiplication is 120. Am I logic is correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, logic is very simple and clear. It simply add two numbers and subtract two numbers and multiply two numbers. For suppose, as a developer, you made a mistake. Instead of subtraction, you just put a divide symbol. You made a mistake somehow. Okay. So you just run the program once again. Just right click, run as Java application. So this time I'm entering 12. Second number I'm entering 2. Now tell me what happens. Addition is fine, but subtraction, if you look at here, it's supposed to be 10, but it is giving 6. Right? Yes or no? See, I have entered the two numbers 12 and 2. Addition, that is fine. 12 plus 2, 14. Subtraction, it's supposed to be 10, but it's showing 6. The reason is a developer had made a mistake. While developing the code, he made a mistake. Then how do you test it? How do you ensure that the application is working? I mean, code is working. To do this, actually, we have to do white box testing. White box testing, Java provides a wonderful framework called JUnit framework. Okay, I will explain when you start attending automation classes. So go to calculator test. Okay, under calculator test, here you can see calculator test extends calculator. And here we have created a few test cases. Here you can see before, after, and so on. So okay, fine. I'm just entering addition 50, 4. That means addition. I'm just expecting 54. And if both are same, then I can say test case is passed, else test case is failed. Okay. And subtraction also, here you can see subtraction. I'm just entering two values, 5, 4. So what it's supposed to do? You try to divide 5 divided by 4. The reason is we did a mistake in the coding part. This is code. This is a unit test. Okay. In coding, we just made a mistake. Instead of using a minus symbol or a subtraction symbol, we are using division symbol. Okay. So I'm just coming here. I'm just subtracting 15 minus 5. I'm expecting 10. Okay, I'm going to execute this test case and see what's the result it is going to give. Now tell me how many test cases get executed, how many test cases pass, how many test cases are failed. Yeah.
Two test cases.
Two test cases are passed, one test case is failed.
Excellent. Super. See, there are total how many test cases? 1, 2, 3. This is written by ourselves. Earlier one, right? This is Angular framework. Angular framework itself has created a test cases. That's the reason we don't have much scope here to create our own test cases. But here we can create our own test cases and check. Okay. See, here I have created 3 tests. One is addition, another one is a subtraction, another one is a multiplication. For addition, I have given 15, 4. So it's supposed to be 54. Subtraction 15, 5. That means supposed to be 10. And 5, 4 is supposed to be 20. Okay. Control S. You can ask this question, how we are going to execute it. You simply right click on your project, on your class. Just go to run as JUnit test, because actually unit testing or white box testing, one are the same. Unit testing, JUnit test. See what happened? How many test cases are passed? How many test cases are failed? Here you can see green color one is passed, multiplication is passed, 20. Okay, and then addition is passed, but subtraction is failed. Why? Why? The reason is
Code issue.
correct. See here, this is the reason. Expected 3, but it is we have given 10. Okay, 15 minus 5, it is 10. But we are we are getting actually? We are getting 3 because 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. Again, then after executing these test cases, developer come to know that there is a mistake he did it, and then he immediately go to this code. After going to this code, he will modify it. He will check where exactly it's coming. Subtraction, that's a class. So this is a method, and then he come to know there is an error. He will debug the code and he will fix it. He'll fix the code here, and then he come back to this unit test cases, and then execute this test case once again. Just right click, run as JUnit test. See, green, everything is in green color. The reason is all test cases are passed. See here, multiplication is passed, addition is passed, subtraction is passed. So this is all about white box testing. White box testing basically validate the internal logic of the code, internal logic of the application. Are you guys following? Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yashaswini,
Yes,
Rajashekar,
yes.
Anjali, Durga.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Very simple. I know those who doesn't know any programming language, they feel that it is difficult. No, it is very simple. Once you learn Java, I will explain later. Okay, but what exactly we are doing basically here, we are basically doing white box testing. Under white box testing, we check internal logic of the code. Under internal logic of the code, what are the operations we perform? Okay, what are the operations we perform? We perform by validating the different flows of the application, by validating different functions created inside the code. Okay, just go to manual test and let me explain what are the techniques we follow under a white box testing. See here, unit testing or code testing. Unit is a small testable part of software. Okay, because this is written by ourselves. Okay, this is a code of it was written by myself. So Rajashekar or somebody is there. He is also part of my team, and he will write one more class. He will write one more class, right? So this is written by myself, and he will create, somebody else will create a one more class. Okay. So at that time, what we do actually, we have to test each and every unit in a isolated manner. See here, it usually has one or a few inputs and usually a single input. But here we are passing two inputs. Two inputs we are passing here. This is a one input, this is another input. We are just passing these two inputs. Okay. So unit testing is a white box testing technique conducted by the developers, not testers. Please remember that. But sometimes we need to do white box testing also. So what are the techniques we follow? Basis path testing, control structure testing, and mutation testing. Basis path means if you have a different flows, that means there's a if condition. Okay, there's a if condition. I want to check that condition. Okay, just go to calculator application again. Just go here. I'm just validating if A is greater than 0 and B greater than 0. Then only you perform this operation. Okay, else. Okay, else. Okay, simply say system dot out dot println. Okay, out dot println. Okay, invalid. Otherwise, you can simply take some other string here. String. Okay. Invalid. Right. Invalid. String. String. That's only right. String. Invalid.
It's capital, I think.
Yes. Okay. String invalid. So we declared one variable called string, and this is invalid. Okay, we are just invalid. Rather, we will define here itself invalid data. Control X is come here. Control V. Okay, put in double quotes. Okay, I know. Actually, this is actually declaring a variable. So, okay. Then we simply say invalid. Okay, invalid. Okay. Println. This is for printing, right? Continuous. Multiplication, and then return. Return. Okay, return. There's a small spelling mistake this here. Oh, this is actually integer. It's supposed to return integer. Okay. Valid data. What I will do? Simply return integer value only, right? Integer. Okay. You can say you have to compulsorily you have to return some value. Okay. Otherwise, I'll make it string. Control Z. Control Z. Control C. Come here. Control V. Okay. This you can say if I'll just use. Okay. So this time I'm going to make it string type. Okay. I'm going to make it string type. Okay. String invalid. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to declare here. Control C. Go here. Control V. Valid data. Valid data. Okay. So this is right. Control C. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So invalid data. That's fine. Return copy this. Okay. Here I'm just going to invalid. This is invalid data. Invalid. Okay. Nothing. See, earlier function it is returning some value, but here it is not returning any value. Okay, it is not returning any value. Okay. This one also I'm going to put out. It's an ordinary function. So now I want to validate this if condition. How to validate this if condition? See, if A is greater than 0 and B is greater than 0, then it will take positive values and it will multiply. But this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to validate whether this if condition is working or not. How to check? How to check? Tell me.
We need to give both greater than 0.
Correct. Simply go to test. Inside this test, we'll create a one more test. Okay. I'm just going to create a one more test. Okay. Control V. This time not it is a string tag. Return some value. Correct. That's fine. Okay. So return some value. So instead of subtraction, we have to take a multiplication. From here, multiplication. Multiplication. Okay. This is string. This is void only. This results. Now tell me what happened. 15, 3. We're just multiplying 15 into 5. That means 15 5s are 75. What exactly we are asserting here? We can't assign. Okay, we can't verify with the 10. The reason is it is a returning string this time. Yeah. So we have to check whether it is a valid data or invalid data. We are just verifying with a valid data. Control C. Okay, come here. Okay, come here. Control V. Well, yeah. So come here. Yeah, this I'm just modifying with the E. So that means we are just verifying valid data. Valid data means both are positive or not. For example, if we give minus, then should be invalid data. First check with valid data. Control S. Okay. So just right click, run as Java JUnit test. See, all test cases are passed. Yes, all test cases are passed. Now just give minus 15. Okay, now tell me what's the value? What's the output? It's supposed to return invalid data. That means it's going to the else class or not. Else, this is else. We are checking whether the program is properly getting executed in else class or not. That we are going to check it. How to do that? Just go back to calculate application again. Just go to run as JUnit test. Definitely our test case should fail. The reason is, what is the reason? It should come invalid. See here, they have clearly mentioned it should be invalid data, but we are comparing valid data. That means it is successfully executing a else class also. How do you check? By simply changing with the invalid data. Control S, just right click, run as JUnit test. Now all test cases are passed again. What's the reason? The reason is this time it has been executed through else class, right? This is else class. So that is all about conditional testing. So that is all about conditional testing here. See, conditional loops are right. This is all about conditional coverage or controlled structure testing. So I think today we get into coding. I don't want to do that at the early stages. So we stop here anyway. This is all about white box testing or unit testing. We test code. This is done by the developer. Sometimes we also do ourselves as a tester. We test the code. Let me know if you have any questions, then we'll take it up. Otherwise, we'll wind up. No? Okay then. Thank you. Catch up again tomorrow at the same time.